Are you thinking of visiting Rocky Mountain National Park during the winter season? We are locals to the area, and to us, winter is a beautiful time to visit the park. There are fewer crowds. You don't need a timed reservation or an extra ticket to enter the park like you do during peak season. But the national park has its downsides during the winter season. One is the snowpack and possibly icy roads. The temperatures frequently are below freezing. In addition, there can be seasonal road closures. And if you are coming to see wildlife, well, they are not in abundance like they are during peak season, but many do stay in the park during the winter. If you love photography, winter sports like cross-country skiing, sledding, snowshoeing, a good snowball fight, hiking, or seeing elk in the snow, then winter is a great time to visit. There is wildlife viewing in the park during the winter. The park's elk herd is said to be between 600 to 800 in the wintertime. On our trips up to the park, we mostly see bull elk hanging out together, especially in the early morning and evening. But during the middle of the day, look for them hanging out where a meadow meets the forest edge. We also see many mule deer on our visits. And from December through February, I usually see many bald eagle pairs. They come together during those months to mate and nest. So remember, a zoom lens or binoculars are your friends. The national park's elevations range from 7,800 feet to over 14,000 feet, making the winter conditions very variable throughout the park. The winter season at elevations above 8,000 feet can last from late September or early October, all the way to late May or early June. So even planning a trip in late spring or early summer can bring on winter conditions. So make sure you are prepared by bringing warm gear. You can easily check the conditions before you venture into the park by going to the SnowTel sites. I will put SnowTel links in the description of some of the areas throughout the park. You can also check the park's many webcams to see the real-time conditions. Avalanches are known to happen in the park, so be aware of avalanche warnings before going into the backcountry. But do know that many of the park's winter trails, including popular areas like Bear Lake and Hidden Valley, are located within what is considered avalanche terrain. These avalanches can be triggered by snowshoers, winter hikers, backcountry skiers, and even wildlife. The snowpack on the popular Trail Ridge Road can start as early as September. The road is closed most of the year, so don't plan a driving trip from Estes Park to Grand Lake or to the west side of the park. If you want to go to these places, you will have to go by Highway 70 and then up through Winter Park. All trails in Rocky Mountain National Park are snow-covered and icy during the winter months. Always expect frequent snowstorms, winds causing blowing snow, and cold temperatures. Always be prepared for winter conditions. The park frequently requires traction devices for cars, and traction devices are also recommended for the bottom of your boots and carrying hiking poles. At higher elevations, the snow may be deep enough that snowshoes are advised. Roads are often icy and snowy, especially in shady areas. If the Colorado Vehicle Traction Law is in place in the park, all vehicles must have properly rated tires with a minimum of 3/16 of an inch tread or an approved traction control device like chains or four-wheel drive. Many of the lakes become frozen during the winter months. Even though a lake may have several inches of ice, there can be many areas where the ice is thinner. Also, watch out when you are at the edge of the lake. Usually the ice is very thin in those spots. This winter wonderland is full of gorgeous snow-capped mountain peaks, glistening snow, frozen waterfalls, and lakes. It is a wonderful time of year to visit, and you will truly feel like you went to the Swiss Alps.